Planning a trip? Ensuring you have the right identification is crucial for a smooth airport experience. The Transportation Security Administration, TSA, has strict guidelines on acceptable forms of ID for air travel, requiring all travelers aged 18 and older to present a valid, government-issued photo ID. Common acceptable IDs include U.S. passports, driver's licenses, Real ID compliant, and DHS trusted traveler cards like Global Entry. If you forget or lose your primary ID, there are alternative options, such as using a passport card or military ID. In some cases, TSA may allow you to undergo additional screening if your ID is missing. To avoid delays, always check TSA's website before your trip to confirm the latest ID requirements. To pass through airport security, all travelers aged 18 and older must present a valid, government-issued photo ID. The most common forms of acceptable identification include a U.S. passport or passport card, which are widely used for international travel, a state-issued driver's license or identification card that complies with Real ID standards is also accepted, as well as DHS trusted traveler cards such as Global Entry, Nexus, Sentry, and FAST. U.S. military IDs, whether for active duty or retired personnel and their dependents, are valid forms of ID, as are permanent resident cards, green cards, and border crossing cards. Some states issue enhanced driver's licenses that meet additional security standards, and federally recognized tribal-issued photo IDs are also acceptable. In certain cases, the HSPD-12 PIV card can be used as an ID for access to federal facilities, and foreign government-issued passports, including Canadian provincial driver's licenses or Indian and Northern Affairs Canada cards, are accepted for international travelers. Additionally, the Transportation Worker Identification Credential, TWIC, is another valid form of ID for certain travelers. For the most up-to-date information on acceptable forms of ID, it is essential to check the TSA website prior to traveling. Before we continue to the next rule on our list, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can get more travel-related information through our videos. If you arrive at the airport without your ID due to loss or theft, you may still be allowed to board your flight. The TSA has an identity verification process in place to assist travelers in such situations. First, TSA officers will ask you to provide additional personal information to confirm your identity. This may include answering questions about your personal history, previous addresses, or other details that can be verified against public records. If available, presenting secondary forms of identification can help expedite the process. Acceptable alternatives include credit or debit cards with your name, a social security card, a work or student ID, or official documents such as utility bills, bank statements, or government-issued mail. If TSA is able to verify your identity, you will be permitted to proceed through security but will be subject to additional screening measures. This enhanced screening may include a thorough pat-down, a swab test for explosive residues, and a detailed inspection of your carry-on items. While forgetting or losing your ID can be stressful, TSA's verification procedures ensure that legitimate travelers can still reach their destinations while maintaining security protocols. To avoid delays, it is always advisable to arrive at the airport early and, if possible, carry a backup form of identification when traveling. TSA PreCheck is a trusted traveler program designed to expedite the airport security process for pre-approved low-risk travelers. When you're enrolled in TSA PreCheck, you receive a known traveler number, KTN, which you can input when booking your flight. This allows you to access dedicated TSA PreCheck lanes, where you don't need to remove shoes, belts, or light jackets, and you can keep laptops and compliant liquids in your bag. The KTN helps streamline the identity verification process, ensuring quicker and smoother screening. Even if you've lost your primary ID, having your KTN linked to your reservation can assist TSA officers in verifying your identity more efficiently. As an additional benefit, TSA PreCheck travelers may be subject to less invasive screening compared to standard passengers. Clear is another program designed to further expedite the security process, particularly at participating airports. Clear uses biometric technology, such as fingerprint or iris scans, to verify your identity and quickly move you through the security checkpoint. When enrolled in Clear, you can bypass the traditional ID check entirely and go straight to the biometric verification, allowing you to access the security screening faster. Once your identity is confirmed through Clear, you can join the TSA PreCheck lane for expedited security, if applicable. Clear is available at a growing number of U.S. airports and stadiums, and enrolling in the program provides travelers with a convenient way to reduce wait times and improve the overall airport experience, especially for frequent flyers. However, it's important to note that Clear and TSA PreCheck are separate programs, and travelers must enroll in each program independently for maximum benefits. As the deadline of October 1st, 2025 approaches, it is essential to ensure that your ID is Real ID compliant. The Real ID Act mandates that travelers use a form of identification that meets specific federal standards in order to board domestic flights or access federal buildings. A Real ID compliant driver's license or state-issued ID has a star marking on the top right corner, signifying that it meets these standards. To obtain a Real ID, you may need to provide additional documentation, such as proof of U.S. citizenship or legal residency, proof of social security number, and proof of address. To avoid delays and complications when traveling after the deadline, it's advisable to check your ID's status well in advance and renew it if necessary. Keep in mind that without a Real ID, travelers will not be able to board domestic flights or enter certain federal facilities after the cutoff date. Additionally, it's a smart idea to keep digital copies of your ID securely stored in case of loss or theft while traveling. Storing scanned images or photos of your ID, passport, and other essential documents in a secure encrypted location, such as a password-protected cloud storage service, can be a lifesaver in case you misplace your physical ID. If your ID is lost or stolen, having a digital copy makes it easier to report the loss to authorities and can help with identity verification at the airport or with other services. Lastly, if you need identity verification due to a lost or forgotten ID, it's always a good idea to arrive early at the airport. This extra time allows TSA officers to thoroughly process your identity and complete the additional screening that may be required, ensuring that you can still board your flight without any issues. Arriving early also helps alleviate the stress of potential delays, giving you peace of mind before your journey. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped clear up TSA's new ID travel rules and gave you a better understanding of what's required for your next flight. Remember, whether it's your passport or driver's license, having the right ID is key to a smooth airport experience. Be sure to double-check your documents before you travel and stay updated on any changes by visiting the TSA website. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next video.